5 Ways Tracker is a better show than Reacher. Those who have watched both Tracker and Reacher have likely enjoyed their similarities, but Tracker utilizes a few of those elements more effectively. Tracker Season 1 blew up in CBS ratings and became the network's biggest new hit, instantly gaining a loyal audience. The story follows Coulter Shaw, Justin Hartley, a self-proclaimed rewardist who uses his expert tracking and survival skills to find missing people. The show has been a hit thanks to its strong pacing and sympathetic protagonist in Coulter, as well as Tracker's great cast of characters. Tracker has been earning comparisons to Reacher, and with good reason. Both feature hyper-competent lone wolf protagonists with complicated backstories. That's arguably where the comparisons end, however. Beneath the surface, the DNA of Tracker and Reacher are very different, and in many ways, Tracker is arguably the better show. Tracker's Coulter Shaw is a more realistic character than Reacher. Jack Reacher is undoubtedly a competent character, but his competence sometimes enters the realm of implausible. There's never a moment that Reacher isn't ultimately 3 steps ahead of everyone else, guessing outcomes and predicting plots with minimal information. Plot threads often come together in very thin ways, with Reacher and his temporary cohorts stringing together seemingly unrelated facts to come to a conclusion, and that's that. In science and investigative work, that would be an enormous blunder. Conversely, while Coulter is also extremely skilled and highly trained in several areas, he's more of a human being rather than superhuman. He knows his limits, which is why he always has a team around him, requesting help for all the things he can't handle alone. There are times he admits he doesn't know or can't do something. That's impossible to figure, even for me. He tells a partner in episode 6, for example, when they're looking for a specific set of tire tracks in a mess of tracks in the mud. Coulter's ability to admit his areas of weakness makes him more human, and grants each episode higher stakes. Even though it's certain Coulter will find his person in the end, it doesn't come without some mistakes along the way. Tracker's Coulter Shaw isn't a lone wolf like Reacher. Despite Tracker liking to call Coulter Shaw a lone wolf, he's not actually much of one. Like Reacher, Coulter never stays in one place for too long, always hitting the road after another case is closed. Despite that, Coulter stays in touch with those he loves, keeping in close contact with his team. He's constantly leaning on them to help him out, knowing he can't possibly do the jobs alone. His handlers, Teddy and Velma Bruin, Robin Weigert and Abby McEnany, are his researchers and logistics team. Coulter relies on them not just to find him the next job, but also to set him up with any equipment or support he needs. Bobby Exley, Eric Grays, is a former client turned Coulter's hacker and tech guy. Coulter's jobs often require him to pull information that isn't available to the public, often in ways that skirt the law. He'd be lost without Bobby, and he knows it, finally admitting it toward the end of Tracker Season 1. Lastly, Renee Green, Fiona Renee, is Coulter's lawyer and potential love interest. Without her keen legal mind, he wouldn't be able to get out of legal scrapes or help his clients, who often need to navigate the complex justice system. Already, Coulter's relationships with these characters, especially Bobby and Renee, have deepened considerably. Along with his friends and colleagues, his sister, Dory, Melissa Roxburgh, and brother, Russell, Jensen Ackles, each teamed up with Coulter in a memorable episode, and his mother, Mary Dove Shaw, Wendy Crewson, for 2 episodes. Part of the anticipation of Season 2 will be seeing how these relationships deepen and evolve.